Happy Monday and good noon. I'm Michelle Gooch with Life by Design. I like to partner with people in transition, people who are trying to move to a new place or are being pushed to move to a new place. I love that kind of relationship partnership. Find me at www.lifebydesign.guru, lifebydesign.guru. To say we are living in uncertain times is an understatement of the century, isn't it? I've been privileged to live a fairly long time, and through periods of change and turmoil and moments when no one knew what was going to happen next. But there is nothing in my lifetime that compares to the level of fear and uncertainty that we are currently witnessing. I went to the grocery store a week ago. I went to the grocery store, and it was kind of a solemn experience. There was an oppressive feeling in the room. People were quiet. And I went to the grocery store 2 days ago, and the feel was completely different. There was this frantic panic, this fear in the room. You could see it in people's faces. You could hear it in their voices. You could feel it in the air. And we're scared. That makes sense. We are scared. We're scared of being hurt. We're scared of the economy. We're scared of not being in control of this thing. We're scared. Now we're scared of each other. And fear is normal. Fear is the natural human instinct, the reaction that we would all have. Our brain is designed to respond in this way to protect us. This natural automatic response leaves us with these three options: fight, run, or freeze. And that's what our brain is doing. Our brain is trying to get us out of danger, help us survive. But if we react in one of these three ways, every time we're in pain, every time we're in fear, we end up with a life that we do not want, right? Where we're fighting, running, putting life on hold. And that's not really our plan or our hope for our life. You and I face fears every day. It's something we do all the time. We don't think about it. We don't spend quite so much time dwelling on it like we've been doing with what we're in the middle of today. For example, we drive our cars. That puts us in dangerous places. We get on the highway. That's a fearful situation. We're rolling down the highway 70 miles an hour. We got 3 lanes of vehicles rolling beside us, 4 lanes of vehicles coming toward us. That is definitely a fearful place, but we don't nurture or fuel the fear there. We just get in our car and go. In fact, if you look at the statistics, there is, I think it's 1.4 million people that die in car accidents around the globe every year, which means 3,200 people die every day from car accidents. And yet we keep getting in our cars, right? We don't let that paralyze us. We don't let that limit what we're doing. Why is that? And I would say to you that it's about faith. Faith is 100% more powerful than fear. So if we keep getting in our cars, even though it is a fearful situation, we keep getting in our cars anyway, we have some kind of faith. Hey, Janetta. We have some kind of faith. It's in the car, it's in the way it's made, it's in the mechanics of it, it's in our capacity to handle the car, it's in our fellow travelers, whatever it is. The faith that we have is bigger than the fear that we have. So faith is what fuels us in the middle of times of fear and uncertainty. It's more powerful than any other emotion. It gives us the ability to feel centered, to help ourselves and even others find answers, to take that certainty and transfer it. That's what faith does. We can transfer it to other people. We bring that unwavering certainty in the middle of a chaotic environment, and that power of that faith affects people. So faith is knowing our core, what we're really made of, that we can face this thing, that we can handle whatever's put in front of us. It's this unique ability we have as humans to just recognize that we can control our behavior, that we can train ourselves in emotional security, emotional fitness, emotional mental stability, that we can create inner strength. We would call all of that, however you describe that, we would call all of that resilience. We're a resilient group, human beings. We're resilient, we're adaptable. And in the middle of life is both painful and pleasure, right? It's both opportunity and challenge. It's both birth and death. In the middle of life, there's seasons. There are time for everything. And we don't get to decide what the season is. We don't get to decide what the right season is or which season we should be in. It's our job just to embrace the season, whatever is in front of us, what's ever been given to us. And you and I, right now, we are in an uncomfortable season. We are in a place we've never been before. That's why we keep getting fear triggered. That's a natural response. But here's the deal. We're going to spring out of this one day, right? This is all going to be over at one point. And what we did with this time is going to be really significant. What have we done in this season? Did we set ourselves up for our next season? What are we doing with this uncomfortable season? What are we just taking our downtime, sitting in the bed, doing the Netflix thing, and not moving forward? Are we fueling fear all the time, listening to the news, spreading false information? Are we creating disempowering emotions, the things that are bringing us down, and we're spreading them around to bring everyone else down? What are we doing with this time? Could we discipline our fears? Could we stand guard over our heart and our mind? Could we rise to the challenge of what's facing us and adopt beliefs that empower us? Could we focus on that? Could we begin to fuel faith instead of fear? This is a time for training, practicing, preparing. This is a time to fuel the things that are empowering us. I love to partner with people who want to move forward, who won't settle, who refuse to be limited. And I love to help people create, innovate, shape their own lives. And this is a good time to do it, y'all, while we're here in this uncomfortable season. So whether you're take this time to become better at something, learn something new, or you take this time to increase your own capacity, or you take this time to fuel your faith, I'm challenging you not to fuel your fear. And if you don't know what to do with this time, I would suggest bring value. You have something of value, bring value. However you can, whether that's encouragement, positivity, ideas, resources, bring value. So I started this thing by talking about faith versus fear. And I'm a woman of faith. I in the God of the Bible. And I am inviting women in my circle to get with me in a virtual event this weekend where we really just spend time with God, where we purposely fuel our faith. If you're interested in that, I'm not putting that information out on the World Wide Web, but if you're interested, you can contact me, just private message me, and we'll discuss it and see if it's really a fit for you. Until next time, fuel your faith and bring value. That's the challenge for the week. I'll see you next Monday.